Corruption kills people, and in Romania hospitals do not necessarily make people better. Bucharest's children's hospital was built in 1982, and much of the equipment doctors and nurses have at their disposal looks like it hasn't changed in the 37 years since. Inside the hospital lies one-year-old Ian Valentin MUTU. Misdiagnosed by a doctor, he's now in a coma. His young parents are living in the hospital as his body breaks down in front of them. They look completely destroyed.
He's made no recovery since he came here. His lungs are starting to collapse and his little heart is as well. He's on life support. They've killed my son.
Images obtained by Al Jazeera of the conditions inside some of Romania's public hospitals are barely believable. This is the pathology unit where human tissue is stored, inside the hospital in one of Romania's biggest cities, Cluj. The European Union offered $170 million worth of funding for 3 new hospitals a full 5 years ago, but the work hasn't even started. The crisis led CARMEN and Oana, former businesswomen, to launch a crowdfunding campaign to build a new hospital in the capital, stepping in where the government has failed. They already raised nearly $20 million.
We're slapping the Romanian state in the face. We're showing them it's possible in a country where impossible is what you're always told. We're building the first hospital in the country for children with cancer after 30 years of incompetence from the Romanian state.
So this is it, the first new hospital to be built in Romania since the fall of communism, paid for by the public. It'll be finished years before the government gets round to building one. You may well ask yourself how it can be that a group of businesswomen with no healthcare background can build a hospital from scratch in Romania while the government apparently can't. One answer is that corrupt officials don't want to use European funding because they have to account for it and can't simply stick the money in their pockets. The other theory is that they're all just completely incompetent. Probably the truth is somewhere in the middle. No doubt there are politicians who want to do something about all this, but they're up against a huge wall of corruption. The current health minister ran a relatively successful hospital herself, but she admitted to us the system is broken, with officials stealing money from public funds.
I had bought an MRI scanner for 500,000, but here they bought one for 2.5 million, the exact same one. This explains a lot. It didn't need explaining. Someone stole 2 million euros on the pretense of buying medical equipment. We both understand the reasons.
You have to say it's hardly a great endorsement of the current president of the European Union to admit that he thinks it won't be able to build a new hospital for another 5 years. Anyway, it'll all be too late for FLORIN and DENISA. They're watching their baby son die in front of their eyes, killed by corruption. Laurence Lee, Al Jazeera, Bucharest.